What's up guys, DuArktik with another Marvel Strike Force video, and in this video we are going to talk about all the events that are coming up next week, what we have to do in order to complete them, and to set your goals and your expectations with what's going to be possible to do as a free-to-play player, light spender in that area. People do not spend way too much. And we're going to focus mainly on the monthly long event items, because those items are the ones that are going to allow you to unlock Black Panther 1mm BC, aka Bashenga, and that's the best part, because we are going to require that character to be used on the Archangel Death Scourge that supposedly is coming up within a month or so. So we need to start getting ready for that. So as always, if you like the information on this video, make sure to share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and make sure you smash that like button. So we're gonna break down all the numbers, we're gonna mention all the exploits that you can do, and we're also going to talk about some additional information for this event. So we are taking a look at the blog post, Dead and Spy games, and we have the multiple events that are mentioned here. So we have the Dogs of War event campaign. This year we are going to unlock Nakia, and this is going to be important because the event for Nakia is related with some of the milestones that we have to complete. So keep this in mind, that it will be required for you to participate on the Nakia event in order to complete these milestones. Even if you don't like Nakia, even if you don't want to gear up Nakia, you still have to do it. It's just the way Scopely is making these events now, that you have to invest in all characters. You have no escape. Okay, so let's take a look. So the campaign is going to start on Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific, and it's going to require you to use Nakia and the other war dogs. So it's going to be interesting. So you have to complete it on easy difficulty, hard difficulty, and heroic difficulty. And why you have to complete it? Because you are going to get these covered orb fragments, and these orb fragments are going to be required for some of the milestones we are going to talk about and that we want to complete. Okay, so there you go, we have the orb that we are going to obtain. This orb only has trash characters. I'm not going to show you the orb because the orb is mostly irrelevant, only trash characters there. And now we have the milestones that we have to complete. So our main milestone is going to be the Spy games. And I was going to use some exhibit meme, like we have milestones within milestones. Yo dog, I heard you like milestones, so we put milestones within your milestones within your milestones so you can complete your milestones. I thought about putting a meme like here, but at least we mention it. Okay, so these milestones, Spy games, are going to start also on Monday, 1 p.m. as well, at the same time as the Nakia event starts. And you'll have milestones within milestones within milestones. What this means is that you have to complete other milestones to obtain points for this main milestone, which is the Spy game. So keep that in mind. Once again, we have a very, very convoluted event, and if you're not paying attention, you might fail your goals. Okay, so it's a 7 days event that is going to require you to spend power cores and also obtain these Sleeper Agent Web milestones. Once again, this is why we have milestones within milestones within milestones. You can complete the event by just spending power cores, but can you imagine how many power cores you're going to spend? An insane amount of them. Okay, so we have the rewards right here. In terms of the main goals for this milestone event, I would set up my expectations to be around milestone 31. And the other milestone that you might look forward to is milestone 36, because you are getting some additional training materials and also some additional SBCs. But I'm gonna lowball this for me. From my goals are going to be milestone 31 and F the rest. Anything else I get beyond milestone 31, okay, that's fine, but I'm gonna set as low expectations as possible, because these rewards are just garbage. Everything that we have beyond milestone 31 is literally garbage, and once again, the only thing useful is these training materials over here, and everything else above that is just so expensive that it's not even worth considering. Okay, so that's the scoring system. Spend power cores 10 points, earn milestone points 1 point. So now we have the first milestone within the Spy Games milestone, the drop milestone. This milestone is going to require you to open covered orbs. So this is going to force you to participate on the Nakia event, and from the Nakia event, the orbs that you get, you need to open them. So you cannot do C theory if you want to complete these milestones. You have to open all the orbs within the 7 days. So no playing around with the chances of getting more character shards. So within those 7 days, you have to open those orbs to obtain milestones that go towards the other milestone. Okay, are you getting it? Okay, cool. Then the rewards, once again, the rewards are just garbage, and I'm gonna tell you right away, I'm gonna be very honest. Don't put any effort on this milestone, and you'll see when you take a look at the calculations that the numbers are just so bad that you probably just ignore this one and let it go. You need 40 orbs, you need to open 40 orbs within the first 7 days in order to complete all these milestones, and this is for you to get an Elite 4. All this work, insane amount of work to obtain an Elite 4, insane burning of power cores, and it's just not worth it. Nakia is not that good of a character. The orb for Nakia is literally trash. All the characters there are trash, and therefore spending 600 cores per day on this character is just ridiculous. So my advice is set your expectations very low and just ignore this bullshit overall, because what we need for Archangel, it's Wakanda characters, it's not War Dog characters. So we can forget about Nakia, and Nakia's kit is not even good enough to be on the War Scourge team. Okay, so there we go. Low expectations for this dead drop event. We are going to break down all the numbers, so stay focused. And let's continue. So you have the second milestone within milestones. Yo dog, I heard you like milestones, so we put milestones within milestones for your amusement. Okay, so Sleeper Agent Web milestone. So this is on the web store. You have to go to the official website in order to collect the rewards of this milestone. So for this milestone, it's required you to Blitz. You have to win in Blitz. So I hope you are happy, because you have to Blitz once again. It's not that many rotations of blitzing. We are also going to break down the numbers, and this one is the one that I suggest you to try to complete. You don't have to Blitz that much, and especially because if you spend money, you don't have to Blitz that much. Oh, look at that. Why don't we have the spending money on the other ones that are actually annoying? This one is not a problem. Blitzing a few rotations per day, it's not a problem. Why don't you put the spending money on the other milestones that are way more annoying, like this one, the dead drop milestone? It's just ridiculous. It's just Scopely really punishing us, and this is why I'm taking such a low-key approach to these milestones and putting the least amount of effort possible, because that's what Scopely deserves. I'm going to enjoy the game by doing the least amount possible. This is what they are telling me to do. It's pure communism. Okay, so now that we have all the events, we are not going to break down the coordinated assault, because coordinated assault has been around for 1 million years. So we are just going to focus on the Sleeper Agent website milestones. We're going to focus on the dead drop milestone, which requires Nakia orbs from our event, and we're going to focus on the spy game milestone. So let's take a look at these numbers and try to break down everything. So starting off on 21 7 days, and it requires us to earn spy game milestone points from the Sleeper Agent milestone and the dead drop milestone. Now you can see right here the Sleeper Agent is the Blitz milestone, and I put these ones on green because it's like guaranteed that we are going to obtain these points. Then the dead drop milestone, you can get up to 45,000 points. This is the new meta, is the up to meta, subject to change, ordered on your mailbox, but yeah, we have the up to. You can get up to 45,000 points, and this is why this is on red and also on yellow, because these points are not guaranteed. These 45,000 points are not guaranteed. So we are going to take a look at the numbers without these not guaranteed points. So it means that this is going to just be extra. This is why I said milestone 31 or milestone 36, depending on where you fall into. So we are going to ignore these 45,000 points. They are not guaranteed. It's all based on how many shards you can get. And the problem with that is that new players, free-to-play players, even me, that I didn't bought the offer for Nakia, I'm gonna at least have 2 days where I'm not gonna get any shards for her, because I have to complete the easy campaign and then I have to complete the hard campaign before I can progress to the heroic campaign and finally get some good amount of fragments for her orb. Okay, so taking a look at that and focusing on the sleeper agent milestone, the one that is guaranteed if you blitz, you're gonna get 30,000 points. And that means to reach the goal of milestone 31, which is our goal. This is the one that is going to give you the color for the Black Panther 1mm BC. We have right here for 58,000 points. That means that we still need 28,000 points. And you can see that if we spend 200 power cores per day, that's going to give us only 14,000 points. That's going to be a big gap right here, and we can do this right here. So we're going to put this one minus 444. So we'll have a gap of 14,000 points. Hopefully we can get these 14,000 points from this dead drop not guaranteed milestone. Otherwise, you have to spend more power cores. And you can see that if you want to obtain this directly, you just double up on the power cores. You can go 400 power cores, and that's going to give you another 14,000 points. And there we go. You got the item. But this is another 200 power cores, and we definitely don't want that. So be very careful with your power cores, because this is a big scam. And if it takes us 400 power cores, or let's say around 300 power cores, just to obtain the main item for the monthly milestone, this is already a problem in my opinion. It requires a huge investment. That's going to be over 2,000 power cores in order to complete this event. So pay very attention to that. So you want to focus on the blitzing, and you want to focus on spending the power cores in the campaign, but be very careful, because you have to spend within 300 power cores in order to complete this. But every day, check out this dead drop milestone to see if you have to spend more power cores or less power cores, because sometimes you want to start off with 300 power cores, but then you can lower it down to 200 or even 100 power cores in case you reach your goals. And once again, the goal should be milestone 31. So if you want to go beyond that, you just have to spend crazy amount of power cores per day. So you have to go over 300 power cores per day. And if you want to get all the milestones, you have to spend over 1,000 power cores per day, which is ludicrous. Okay, so now that we break down the numbers in terms of power cores that you have to spend, let's take a look at the other events. So this one is the dead drop event, and this one I cannot tell you the numbers because I don't know exactly how many fragments we are going to get for the Nakia orb. What I can tell you is that the Nakia orb is trash. Nakia as a character is trash. She's not required. None of the characters in the orb are greatly useful for your progress in game, and that's why you should have low intentions with this event, because the event is really trash. And like I said, do the bare minimum in order to be successful. So we're gonna skip this event because we have no idea about the numbers. We can make a video after the event starts just to make sure what's the possibilities as a free-to-play light spender. And let's move on to the blitzing. So the blitzing, the sleeping agents web store milestone, lasts for 7 days, requires you to blitz. And how much do you have to blitz? So if you are a veteran player, if you have 35 teams, you are going to need to do 4 rotations per day. So be careful if you are a new player. If you don't have 35 teams, you have to do a lot more blitzing. And these 35 teams, it's the teams that I recommend on my Discord. Link will be in the description. but I can show you right now. You go to my Discord Arctic Club, you go to the Blitz section, Blitz teams information, and you can see right here infographics with all the teams that I recommend. And these teams, they have 97% win rate. So if you want to be successful on Blitz, you should definitely follow my Blitz teams. And I'm gonna update this. There is a new version of this that I'll try to update today. Okay, so moving on. So we have to do the 4 rotations per day of blitzing, and then we also have to use covered blitz characters. And there are 15 of these characters, and they allow you to get a lot more points. So depending on how many covered characters you have, you might reduce the number of blitz rotations you have to do per day. So if you are a veteran player, you might have to do like 3 or 4 rotations per day. If you are a new player, and if you don't have many of these characters, then you'll have to do 5 or 6 rotations per day, which is a little bit painful. Or you can spend money. You can always spend money. Spending money is always a solution. You're gonna for each $1, you are going to get 1,000 points or something. So if you don't want to blitz, you can always spend money. I don't recommend. Rarely there is any good offers around, so be very careful, because usually it's not a good investment to spend money in order to complete these events. Okay, so now that we know that we have to blitz, let's take a look at a few teams that you want to consider in order to blitz as efficient as possible. So these are 4 rotations, these are 4 teams that I recommend to you in order to use your blitz charges. That means that whenever you use these characters, you are going to get a lot more points out of your blitz charges. And we have 15 characters, and we are going to use 4 teams that together, these characters together, they should allow you to complete those milestones a lot faster. Once again, you just want to use your blitz charges with these very specific teams in order to complete the event, and in order for you to have to do less blitz rotations. Okay, so we have Morgan Le Fay with the Killmonger, Elena Belova, Black Widow, and Red Guardian. Then we have Captain Sam with Phantom X, Mary Hill, Agent Coulson, and Sharon Carter. We have Wakanda with M'Baku, Shuri. Nakia, if you already have unlocked it, so you might want to delay your blitz charges a little bit in order to unlock Nakia first. Then we have Black Panther and Okoye. And finally we have the Summer Soldiers with Moon Knight, Spider-Woman, Jessica Jones, Red Hulk, and Winter Soldier. So if you don't have all of these characters, you might have to do more blitz rotations, and that's always painful. And once again, if you go to my Discord, there will be all the blitz teams that you can make right now in order to have 95 to 97% win rate, in order for you to do the least amount of blitz rotations possible, and for you to be as successful as possible. So even if you follow these 43 teams, you should still have, after these 43 teams, these 4 teams saved, so you can use your blitz charges with them. Okay, so with all this in mind, what we have to prepare, what are the exploits that we can use in order to complete this event, what is the preparation that we have to do in order for us to be successful on this event. So beyond the blitz teams I just mentioned that you should save in order to do this as fast as possible, you have to check out my blitz, you have to check out my Discord in order to check out my blitz teams and save your squads accordingly. Then you want to make sure that you have 500 blitz charges in order for you to use these blitz teams on. So these are the teams that you are going to use with blitz charges, and no other team, just those 4 teams. And then you want to make sure that you save around 2,000 power cores. So even if you are not able to complete the dead drop event, you can still use the 2,000 power cores in order to complete the event. So this is going to be spending on the Nakia campaign in energy, or spending on your normal energy, and that should be an easy way to spend the 2,000 power cores over 7 days. So this is around 3,000 300 power cores per day. Okay, and time zone specifically preparations that you have to do is to don't use your Blitz charges from the daily challenge, don't collect them, and also to don't collect the Blitz charges of your daily mission. So be very careful with these in order for you to maximize how many Blitz charges you have throughout the 7 days. If you do this, you might have to around 2,000 Blitz charges or a little bit over than that, and that will allow you to complete the milestones a lot faster. So yeah guys, that's gonna be the video. I hope you guys enjoyed as much as possible. Unfortunately, all these milestones within milestones within milestones, it's just overcomplicated, it's completely unnecessary, but we break down all the numbers. And if you follow my advices, you can complete this event without any effort, as long as you have a few power cores to spend. It kind of sucks that Scopely are forcing us to invest on these characters that don't matter, at the same time as they are giving us a orb that the rewards of the orb are just trash as well. So this event overall is so... I don't even know what to say. I just don't have words to describe it. But you guys let me know in the comments below what you think about this event. You think it is a great event? Are you excited to unlock Nakia and participate on her heroic campaign? Let me know all of that in the comments below, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, and if you found the information helpful, make sure you share it with your friends on Facebook and Discord. If you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe for more Marvel Strike Force content, and I will catch you guys later.